Lightroom integration. Alright, here we are inside of Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. We're going to show you how you can use PhotoTune from inside of the workflow applications you use all the time. You can use PhotoTune to adjust a single image manually or to apply a preset to multiple images at the same time. You can even use it to export copies of images in a different file format with PhotoTune applied to them. I'm going to show you first how to adjust a single image. Simply select the image you want to work on, then go up to the File menu, go to Plugin Extras, and launch PhotoTune. The PhotoTune for Adobe Photoshop Lightroom dialog will appear. On the left-hand side, you'll see a search field where you can search for presets. There will also be a list of all of your presets built in, including your recently used presets, which automatically record the last few things you've done with PhotoTune. When you select a preset, the description section will display the description and author information from the preset file. On the right-hand side are the options. You can select to adjust the original image. This is good if your file is already an image you've worked on in Photoshop. However, if it's a digital camera RAW file, the Edit Original option won't be available. You can select the second option, which is Open as a Smart Object. This will open the image as a smart object in Photoshop. And when you apply PhotoTune, it'll be saved as a smart filter so that you can re-edit it in the future. This is useful for working with RAW files. The third option will make a copy of the original image with your current Lightroom adjustments applied, and you can select the file format, bit depth, and which version of Photoshop you'd like to edit it with. This is the most common setting that people will use, and that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to make a copy of this image as a Photoshop file that's in Adobe RGB, 8 bits per channel, and I'm going to edit it with Photoshop CS4. The Stack with Original option is enabled as well, which means it'll stack back with the original inside of Photoshop Lightroom. Then just press the Open button. Lightroom will make a copy of the image using the options I've specified, send it to Photoshop, and we'll open up PhotoTune so I can make my manual adjustments to the image. The white balance in this image is way off, so it's causing quite the orange cast to the image. To correct that, because it's a portrait image, I'm going to skip right to Skin Tune. Using the eyedropper tool, I'm just going to click on a midtone of the subject's skin. You'll notice how it removes the yellow very quickly, but it's a very warm image. If we look at the warmth setting, it's way up here at 80. That's very high. So now I'm just going to drag the image down to help pull some of that warmth out and get it down into a more neutral range. There we go. That looks quite a bit better. When I'm happy with my settings, just press the Apply button. The image will be automatically saved and will be returned back to Lightroom. And now if we click on the image that we just edited, you'll see the change. There's the copy of the image that's been adjusted in PhotoTune, and if I go back to the left, there's the original image. Again, the original image and the adjusted image. It's that easy to apply PhotoTune to an image inside of Lightroom. And you can do that same thing with a group of images. I could select multiple images from the same shoot, edit the first image, and then PhotoTune will automatically use the same settings on all the other images that I've selected. It's a quick way to do batches. You can also apply a preset directly if you don't need to manually adjust the image. I'm going to grab this waterfall image. Let's go back up to the Plugin Extras menu, open up PhotoTune, and this time, rather than pressing the Open button, we're going to apply a preset directly. I'm going to go to My Presets, grab my Vivid Landscape preset, and I'm going to use that same option, the Edit a Copy with Lightroom Adjustments. This time, press the Apply Preset option rather than Open. This will make the copy, sends it to Photoshop, applies our preset from PhotoTune, and will then save and close the image for us. There we go. Now we're back in Lightroom. And again, when I click on my image, it updates automatically. There's the copy with PhotoTune applied, and then back to the original right there. You can also use Lightroom to batch process multiple images into new files. This is useful if you need to make small JPEGs for your website and you want to apply PhotoTune to all of them. Just select the images you want. I'm just going to select all of these, go to the File menu, and select Export. When the Export dialog comes up, from the top, where it will normally says Files on Disk, select PhotoTune instead. At the top, you'll see your preset categories. This is where you can select any one of your presets that you'd like to use, select where you'd like to save the images to, control how they're named, their file settings, and even their file size. So let's say I want to make small JPEGs for my website. I want to place them on my desktop. All I do is select the preset that I want to use, in this case my black and white landscape. I'm going to place them into a specific folder, which I'm going to choose as my desktop. I can then put them into a subfolder just by checking the Put in Subfolder option. I'm just going to call this PhotoTune Export. I can add them to the catalog if I want to. In this case, I don't, so I'm going to turn that off. I can select how to name them, so I can give them a custom name if I want to. Let's just call these Website, and we'll start with 1. So it'll name them Website 1, Website 2, Website 3, example. There we go, with a sequence number. I want to save them as JPEG files in sRGB. I'm going to set my quality to about 70%. We can resize those at the same time. Let's say we're putting them on our website. So we only need about 800 pixels on either the short or the long side. And we can even change the resolution to make those fit. And we'll even add a little bit of sharpening. There we go. When we're ready, we just press the export button. Lightroom will make small JPEG copies of all of the images in my selection and will apply my PhotoTune preset to all of them. It's a fast way to get your images ready for the web and apply a PhotoTune preset to them to get the optimal color.